Monggo or mung beans. This is like one of the healthiest things you can eat, so I was really excited when I started getting into Monggo-based dishes here in the Philippines. Hi, I'm Chris Urbano, and I'm here to teach you about how to cook and discover and enjoy Filipino food. So hope you enjoy this next episode of Maputing Cooking, where I'm going to show you Ginisang Monggo, because I'm like, wow, finally like a genuine vegetarian dish. Except that Filipinos will typically add like some puffed pork fat, chicharrn, to it, or they put in some like salty fish, right? So I'm gonna say that this is optional, and you can really actually cook this recipe without adding any meat at all, and it's actually really delicious and like a hearty vegetable stew that if you're, a bit conscious about what you're eating and want to have a healthy meal, it's a great way to start your week. So the first step for cooking this is a bit of a set and forget step in the recipe. You're just going to put some water into a caldero, and then you add your mung beans, or monggo here in the Philippines. So we're going to put these straight in. And you boil that for like 25 minutes until they're soft and mushy, right? So I'm gonna leave this on for a little while. So to gisa something in Philippines, loosely means to saute it, right? So when we say Ginisang Monggo, we're going to be sauteing a bunch of vegetables. So we'll start with our garlic and our onion. And once your aromas are coming out of the garlic and onion, you can add some tomato. Philippine tomato is quite interesting. It's a little bit more sour, or we say maasim here in the Philippines, than tomatoes you find in more temperate zones. So it's actually quite a good flavoring for soups. It's used widely in soups. If you make this dish in a temperate country, it'll end up being a little bit sweeter probably because of your sweeter tomatoes. All right, I think these are ready to go in. And after a minute or two, pwede tayong idagdag ang ating cooked mung beans. That's what they look like. So they've gone soft, mushy, a little bit of water's come out. That's okay to add that in. That didn't look very elegant, but I hate, slowly transferring, and I'm a classic home chef. Any shortcut, I take it. So we've added our mung beans in, and then we're just going to use some patis or fish sauce. I've got about a tablespoon of patis that I'll add here, which will add a saltiness to our cooking. Okay, so this is now the basic fundamental monggo, right? And from here you have a few decisions on what you want to do with the dish. Kung depende kung anong mga sangkap mo, what you have locally available wherever you are. So you can either make this a sweeter style dish, for example, through adding pumpkin, calabasa to it. You can make it more salty, for example, by adding tinapa, putting some dried fish, or even finishing it with the tuyo, thin dried fish here in the Philippines, or even chicharrn, which we might finish this one with later. Because you can really fortify this with just about any vegetable. So whether it's baguio beans, snake beans, that'll all work. I've got some ampalaya leaves that I'll put in, but you could put in different types of leaf also. So you could put in malunggay, you could put in even kangkong would probably work. So whatever you have. What's really nice is when your monggo is mushy, but your added vegetables still have their crunch. Gives it a really nice texture. And then for me, my leaves will be ampalaya. So this is the bitter melon leaves. I'll show you what they look like. And I actually grow ampalaya on my rooftop dito sa Makati City. I have it in my sampayan. And we go up there, and first I grow the ampalaya. And then when the plant is looking a bit old, I rip the plant out, I strip all the leaves, and I make monggo with the leaves. So it's a really good plant because you can eat like the entire thing, right? And this does grow very well in Metro Manila in a condominium. So try it out if you're living here in Manila and let me know. Take a picture, post it on my Facebook. I would love to see any home gardening efforts from other Filipinos aside from myself. So I'm just going to finish it with this now. The ampalaya leaf won't need long at all to cook. You can already turn the heat off and just stir it through so it wilts into the monggo. But you can imagine how even for a simple vegetarian dish, if you have calabasa in there for sweetness, the ampalaya leaves for bitterness, and then you have your salt coming from tinapa or from chicharrn and the fish sauce. You know, this is actually a remarkably complex dish for something that is made from very simple ingredients. You know, the flavors are really remarkable. Okay, so I'm ready to serve this one up. Okay, so there's a bowl of beautifully cooked monggo. You can serve that on its own, like if you're on one of those no-carb diets, that will actually be a meal in itself, you know, full of those legumes and vegetables. Or if you want a really hearty, robust meal, you have that with a side of rice. I guarantee you will be full, so it's a great one. And then if you are a little bit more carnivorous, you can just finish it with a little bit of chicharrn pieces. And I like to keep them on the top. Don't stir them in until you're ready to eat it, because they'll start to go soggy once they're inside the monggo. So I try to just drop them at the end. And there we go. And I'll have a taste of it straight from the pot, because I'm going to take a photo of this and stick it on maputingcooking.com later. It's one of those dishes that tastes inherently nourishing, but like sort of having nilagang baka in that sense that it's like you have it and it just feels like a warmth radiates through your body when you eat it, and you feel healthy, right? You can eat as much of it as you like and you're not gonna, you know, gain weight. So absolutely delicious. If you've just recovered from being sick, you should eat it. If you're you know, looking to have a vegetarian Monday or a vegetarian Wednesday night, this is a great alternative to cook. Hold the chicharrn.
Hey guys, we have an ongoing giveaway with this video. All you need to do is look at the video description for the mechanics of how you can join and leave your entry in the comments field below. So good luck mga kabano, and sumali ka na!
Question, does anybody watching the show know why monggo is typically eaten on Fridays in the Philippines? Like, I've heard that's a thing, but I don't know the reason. I don't know if it's tied into, you know, the Lenten season and Good Friday somehow. If you know the answer to that question, leave a comment below. I'm curious. I eat this, you know, more than once a week anyway, and I usually eat it at the start of the week, but I'm interested in why it's cooked on Fridays. So let me know. Subscribe to the channel, and you can follow us at maputingcooking.com, get the full recipe, and of course, you know, tell me any ideas for modern twists on Filipino food. I'd love to hear them and love to hear from you guys. See you next time. Bye-bye. Hi, I'm Chris Urbano, and whoops, wrong. Hi, I'm Chris Urbano, and I'm looking at the wrong camera. This dish today is ginisang. Oh my God, I need to gising. Any Filipino will understand the humor there. I just told you that I was making. How would you translate that? Awakened mung beans is today's recipe, but we're not looking to awaken the mung beans. We're looking to awaken me.